Hey guys, Sean Kelly here, back again with Backpack Brews. We're just taking a look at a couple Ballast Point offerings tonight. Now we're going to take a look at Ballast Point's Grapefruit Sculpin. You're taking your base Sculpin beer, adding some additional grapefruit flavoring to it. Um, I'm a big grapefruit fan, big citrus fan, so this to me is going to be probably pretty amazing. I took a whiff off the bottle. I'd already opened it. Definitely has a great, you can really smell the addition of the grapefruit for this one. I had a bottle a couple weeks ago that after I talked to the guy at the beer store, he actually told me that it had been around for a couple months, so I think it had lost some of that aroma from just sitting in the back shelf. But this one was actually just delivered a couple, maybe the last week, so it's a little bit fresher, and it definitely has a little better nose to it than the previous one did. So let's go ahead and get right into it. We'll go ahead and take a pour. All right. So you take a look at that. It's a little bit, to me, you might not be able to tell on the video, but it is a little bit lighter compared to the Big Eye. I mean, they're pretty close, but you know, the Big Eye has a little bit more of a haze to it. I don't know if that's just consistency within the bottles or the actual beer itself. Nice fluffy head on it. Extremely great initial grapefruit aroma on the front end. Then you can just get the hop smell on the back end. You know, I love grapefruit, like I said earlier. So to me, this has got all the chances and all the abilities, I think, to be a top-notch beer. Sculpin by itself is great. With the addition of the grapefruit, I think you're probably going to have something pretty amazing, to me at least. So let's take a sip. Yeah, it's, you know, it has that grapefruit flavor with the citrus on the back end, and you know, for being an IPA, it really doesn't have that hop bitterness that turns a lot of people off on the back end. I mean, it's when you compare this to the Big Eye IPA by Ballast Point, I think you would really be able to tell what I'm talking about, because the back end bitterness on this is really masked well, and I think that's probably what makes the original Sculpin so well received by everybody. Is that, you know, yeah, it's a big West Coast IPA, but you know, you're not hitting that. You're not, that bitterness isn't just hitting you where it turns a lot of the people off. So, you know, the mouthfeel, it's very smooth. I think it has a great drinkability. Like the Big Eye, it is a 7% beer, so you know, it does have some back to it. Um, but you know, a very solid offering. Um, the addition of Sculpin, or excuse me, with the addition of the grapefruit to the Sculpin name. So, I mean, to me, I think you're looking at an easy 9.25 maybe, 9.25. You know, probably depending on the freshness. You know, the one I had a couple weeks ago was maybe 8.25, but this one being relatively fresh, I can definitely tell a difference. So it's definitely worth trying out. Again, that's Ballast Points out of San Diego Grapefruit Sculpin. Their base Sculpin with some additional grapefruit flavors. So, all right, it's Backpack Brews. Thanks.